Hello folks, I know last time this was in shambles and you didn't think we were gonna put it back together, but let's go take a look at what she looks like right now. All right, folks, so one of the main goals on this build was trying to make sure that nobody could ever tell that we came in, took it apart, and put it back together. So as you can tell behind me, we took all that molding off, we threw away all that nasty wood, we bought new Phylon, we used marine grade plywood and sandwiched it and glued it together on the floor, all in single pieces, and then put it all back up. And when we put it back up, we added more supports on both sides. Instead of stapled, we glued and we screwed all of the points all over the vehicle. We came in the center, we tried to raise the roof up because the roof in the center actually had a bow, so we tried to push that up when we were putting everything back together. We changed out all the clearance lights because the clearance lights were actually letting new water in. And those two vertical pieces on the right and the left side are the only new pieces of chrome that we put on. Everything else we polished and cleaned up and put back together. Before we started, it all looked good on the surface, but they came in, they had a wedge of foam in between this roof and that bottom of the floor, so that way it wasn't rattling and falling apart going down the road. And we took it apart and we found that all inside here was all rotten, under here was all rotten, so we took it all out. We took off all of the chrome pieces, and then we bought new Phylon and new plywood, and we sandwiched it all together, put it all back up, polished the old stainless steel pieces, put them all back up, put in new clearance lights, sealed them all up, making sure that no water was coming in there, and put it all back together, and you can't even tell we ever did the job. Over here on the passenger side of this Super C, we were faced with another challenge. And that challenge was this main wall and this end wall were boom, coming apart. You could see inside of there, and that's not what you want. It's gonna let in air, it's gonna let in water, and now we're gonna have a whole nother problem like we had up there over here on the wall. And so when we came in, we figured out that the reason we were having those problems is this and this were all put together with staples, which is great during production, but it's not always the best long term. So these two pieces were separating. We came back, we took all these screws out, put longer screws in, came as far over as we could to bite into the meat that was still there. And on the inside of this vehicle, we threw aluminum angle tying this main wall and this end wall together without doing it from the surface, and we hit it behind the sofa on the inside. You know, every single project that comes in here is always different, and sometimes the little things that you think are going to be cut and dry turn out to be, what am I going to do here? And in this situation, we ran into that. How do we seal this new main roof to this existing main wall with this gigantic cab in the way? Your arms only go so far. So Dario came up with this crazy idea. He cut a piece of PEX and he put it on the end of his sealant tube, and he got in there and he was shooting and it went everywhere. He had to get a whole new shirt, but we got it done. It looks better. It's all sealed up, and we know how to do it next time. When this sofa was out, we came in and installed aluminum angle in that corner and in that corner as high as we could so it would be hidden behind the sofa. Over here in the front of this Super C, all of the oak fascia has been reinstalled to cover all of those staple holes. The vinyl cover on the inside of the front cap has already been reinstalled. We're even able to salvage his original blue carpet, and we put it back in to where you can't even tell we were ever here. Here at Leisure Coachworks, we are always faced with unique problems because every single coach here is put together slightly different or has some new challenge that the guys here are always going to see their way through. So that's why you want to bring your coach to Leisure Coachworks when you have that late night vision, that custom creation, you don't know how you're going to do it. Don't worry, we'll figure it out with you in the driver's seat. So if you ever have any questions on any of the projects and how we do it, make sure to put a comment underneath that video. We'll get back to you, try to give you some insider tips on how we made that happen. Like, follow, and subscribe. Click on that bell to get notified of all of our future projects, or if you're in Fontana, California, stop on by.
Like wall.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. All right, 3.
You're hopeless, John.
No, that was good though. I think I could use it. Use it. You don't have to repeat it.
You're just gonna chop that shit out like,
Yeah.
garbage.
No.
Good. Meat, potatoes. No, it's good.